Greetings and felicitations, fine and wonderful people.
I'm afraid once again I have to tell you that I feel blinded by the light. It's even more severe today than I think it was the other day.
Woke up like a deuce. You was a runner
Oh
in
my
the night.
God! I can't take
Somebody wants to explain what the hell that... How do you wake up like a juice?
Like two people rolled up together, I guess. I don't know.
Woke up like a juice.
Anyway,
welcome
welcome
like
everyone
apple juice?
to yet another distorted version of Magical Monday on Tuesday.
Yes, unfortunately
So-
we had appointments yesterday.
So here's
that
what
overran.
we've decided.
Yes.
Since it seems like most all of the disruptions from the tormentors seem to happen on Mondays or Tuesdays,
Huh?
we are going to reformat everything and go for Witchy Wednesday. Ooh. All right. No, but seriously, we're trying to get a schedule that works with all of the appointments and things that we have to do, and we wear so many hats. So basically, our schedule is going to be that Sundays we teach at the shop, and Sunday evenings we serve the Academy of the Occult, which means that we do rituals or workshops on Sunday evenings. So for instance, this past Sunday, we held a ritual for the Broom Gemini full moon.
It's rather good.
And we honor all the new moons, full moons, and Sabbats. And we talk about the astrology, and we try to work with people to help them do their own magic. They can come back and do that ritual over and over again if they like. So if you tune in live and you're not quite sure of everything, you can always come back and catch the recorded version and be in that sacred space. So we do new moons, full moons, and Sabbats on Sunday evenings. Monday, we were trying to do Magical Monday, and our admin, we do run a business, so there's banking and accounting and all that kind of stuff. But Mondays seem to have been turned on their heads by other entertaining
Stuff outside of our control, sadly.
So we're not going to worry about that anymore.
Sadly.
And then Tuesday is our day to scrub the floor, do the laundry, all those kind of things. Domestic chores. So,
and fixing stuff.
Yeah, so we decided that Wednesday will be our YouTube day, right? So it's going to be Witchy Wednesdays.
It's going to be a longer broadcast too.
And it's going to start at 11:11 on Wednesdays, and it may go for about 2 hours. We're going to see how that works, because we're going to add a segment in between the astrological stuff for the week and readings. So we'll have a little teaching segment.
A bit of a learning opportunity.
Yeah. So before we go any further, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we're at the shop, right?
Tell us what you think in the comments. Why don't you?
We read on Thursday, we teach on Thursday nights, we read on Friday, then we have in-person ritual Friday nights, and then we read on Saturday, and then again we're back to Sunday where we do teaching and have our YouTube. So we try to restructure a little bit of something to bring our lives to a little less chaos,
Preserve our sanity.
If Monday's going to be nuts and we keep, you notice how many times we've had to move it. So we might as well just move it.
It is certainly of late. Because we've got a plethora of appointments which unfortunately are not local. And we find ourselves running all over the bloody place. I mean, yesterday got shot to the proverbial. So, it is what it is. But when we got back, we actually got a very productive day. We actually got some stuff done. So,
yeah, it was awful yesterday.
But yesterday was not without challenge, should we say.
All right, let's go up and see who's here.
There's lots of people. Let's scroll back to the beginning. And it looks like we have a new channel member as well. So we're going to put a big shout out there. So first on the scene today was Gilda. Hello, Gilda. Hope you're doing well. And then we have Susan and Peggy. And
Laura
of the North. Hello, welcome.
And our
we
Lori.
have our Laurie, and then we have Lizette, and we have Wendy, and our new channel member, thank you for joining, is Meredith. Meredith, thank you.
Yeah, all right.
Hello, Meredith.
We know
welcome.
her.
We do. And then we have Cassie and Yoff. Yoff said he wasn't going to be here, but he is.
Well,
so there you go.
I think he's just given that and going to have a card and then come back later.
Okay, well,
Same
whatever.
with Lori, because Lori texted her Transformer Blue and
Oh,
she
no.
can't get back on. So
Oh,
we'll
no.
still pull her a card because she was here in good faith.
Yeah. And this is Shauna, right?
Yeah, Shauna.
Okay.
And a super chat to start us off.
Thank you for starting off with the super chats, because our clucks desperately need a home.
And Wendy says, remember to hit the like button. Yes, please. Like, comment.
Spammers with the like button.
Yeah.
Just hit those hearts.
It's
And
Kimberly and Savannah.
oh, hi Savannah. And Lizette says, you have a fabulous community and we support you. Witchy Wednesday 11/11 sounds great. Wow.
And Anna says, hola, do what you have to do for you, and I'll join when I can. There you go.
I can't do Mondays.
Well, then you're happier for
Well, then
Witchy
you're
Wednesday,
happy.
I suppose.
that kind of works then, doesn't it? So, yeah, let your friends know. In fact, guys, you know, remember that, was it Fabergé thing?
Yeah.
Was it you tell two friends and they tell two
Fabergé
friends?
shampoo, remember that in the 70s? You tell two friends,
Didn't they
and
make-
they'll tell two friends.
Didn't they make Brute as well, that stinky stuff?
In the green bottle. Yes,
I
they did.
remember that. I wore that once when I
Brute.
was a kid.
Yeah, no, it was Fabergé shampoo, I think, and conditioner.
Yes.
Yes. You
So-
tell two friends, and they'll tell two friends, and so on, and so on.
So would you tell two friends about us?
Witchy Wednesdays.
Would you do that? Could you do that today? Could you make that a priority?
Well, you see, some of our people are in the broom closet, and they're not going to talk about Witchy Wednesday.
Well, okay, but not everybody's in the broom closet.
No, that's true. No.
And there's an awful lot more people out there, just like you guys, who
Than
would
you think.
love to be part of our community, who I'm sure are lovely, lovely people.
Well, that's true.
And friends we just haven't met yet.
Everybody who's here, I think, was very pleased to find us.
Mm.
And
I do think
it would
so.
be great if we could find other people who are searching for a community like ours, right? You guys are amazing. And I posted that on Facebook the other day. Our community is everything to us.
It is,
know?
literally. Without our community, we'd be buggered.
Because it's not just a shop. It's a gathering place, you know? And whether there's a ritual or not, people can come in and feel like they're part of the community. In fact, we went back to an old, we're always moving things around. So we went back to the old way of doing things where we have a table in
Where
the front
people
room.
can just sit and hang and
So you
talk.
can come in and sit and hang. It doesn't mean that we're a library or like Barnes and Noble where you can come and eat your lunch and smear our
and
books
smear
up.
the books up. No, please don't do that.
But you certainly could come in and have a chat, or just feel like you're part of something. Come visit the rocks at lunch and all that kind of things. All
Yeah,
right.
that's the wonderful thing about our store. It's a place of safety. And I think people desperately want to feel safe. You know, there's that undertone of uncertainty at the moment, and
Goodness, yeah.
there's so much nasty crap flying around. It's nice to have a place of real community with real people who actually really care, you know, and where you can come and just feel safe, you know, and just, you know, put your hand salt before you come in, get rid of all the crap that you've been carrying around all day, and just come join in with us. And it's such a lovely and welcoming place. It really is.
Visit the rocks. Yay!
Visit the
All
rocks.
right.
Why not? Yeah.
Do I dare step into the astrology?
Probably. Might as well tell them.
All right.
It's not that bad.
Well, we've kind of built a tolerance this year because there have been a lot of things happened already.
Al Ghoul's showing
Right.
its head again,
Thanks.
isn't
Thanks a lot.
it? It is though, isn't it?
Would you like to do the astrology?
No, I have no idea. I'm not an astrologer. You are. I'm just saying. I just heard that. I heard that the other day. So please tell us more.
Right.
I'm always in it. Have you
We've
noticed
always-
that? It's only the depth that varies.
I don't know. Here I have my big thing that I'm going to talk about, and it's going to be really exciting.
I haven't spoiled anything. Most people don't even know what the hell it is.
All
so
right.
go on, tell
So
people
for the
about it.
people who have been following us for this past year, you will remember that back in July, we talked about a fixed star called Algol. A-L-G-O-L. Algol. Right? And what word do we get from that?
Ghoulish.
Ghoulish.
As in ghoul.
And what does it mean?
Well, what do you think a ghoul is?
A zombie?
They're kind of not nice, are they? They're like, a kind of horrific creature that tends to mean you harm and that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
Well, a translation, again, when we have translations into English, sometimes we lose concept. But the translation is like, don't lose your head. But it means don't lose your mind, don't lose your cool, don't be decapitated, and don't lose your crown or your standing as the leader or the head of something. So for you guys who've been around in a while, this might sound like old news, but if you remember back in July of 2024, prior to the election, Algol was activated, and Algol sits at 25 degrees Taurus.
Oh
So
my
you
God,
can
that was
see
more
where
than
that
a
is.
year ago.
You can see where that is in your chart. If you look at your natal chart, you look for 25 degrees Taurus. Is everything okay? Or are we
It
having
says it's a
another
YouTube
moment?
issue. If new super chat messages then blink lights, it doesn't work for whatever reason. So, if this then that is of course working brilliantly.
Okay.
Anyway, moving
So
on.
back in July of 2024, we looked at two natal charts, one for the president and one for the person running for president. And in Joe Biden's chart, Algol was activated in his 6th house of service to others. And he stepped down, he lost his standing, and he put up Kamala, whose name means crown. That's pretty wild. And around that same time, Algol was activated in the area of public speaking for the person who was running for president. And there was that assassination attempt.
Should we call it that?
Okay.
For want of
So
a better word.
we don't always know exactly what's going to happen, but we can see by looking at the meanings of things what could happen, right? And as forecasters, right? Astrology is like forecasting the weather because astrology and astronomy used to be the same subject.
Yep.
As forecasters, we look at the language of what those particular stars mean and where they're happening in our chart to see what they could mean for us. It's kind of like a who, what, where, when, why, and how. All right. So we also know that I've talked about third time being the charm, where there's this point or spot, that's 25 degrees Taurus, and things come and activate them, and then they retrograde, and then they activate them again. Can you guys see us okay?
They can see us fine. It's just, this is just,
Is something
if this
else
then
going
that,
on?
it's just
Okay.
nagging the crap out of me.
All
I'll try
right.
and fix it right now.
So where we are is in the place that Uranus, chaos, panic, and disorder, is about to make its third pass over Algol. Well, it's not going to quite get over this time, but it is conjunct. It is activating Algol right now. So there's a lot of this kind of chaotic Uranian energy. And if we had words for Uranus, they would be chaos, innovation, revolution. So chaos, revolution, innovation is meeting this place that wants to push forth a change in leadership or a change in how you perceive things, or even possibly something bigger. Also, because Uranus is in Taurus, its activity is working on seismic things for the Earth Taurus itself. So Uranus, again, innovation, activation, revolution. We can see that earthquakes have picked up again, right? We had the big earthquake in Alaska, over 7 on the scale. We had the big earthquake with tsunami warning in Japan. And I looked at the earthquake thing yesterday, earthquake.gov, and there were, when I looked in the early part of the day, already 97 earthquakes, and more than 10% of them were above 5. So I think over this next week, we are going to see some moving and shaking, literally. Also, we have a little different setup with some other planets. In July of 2024, Mars was conjunct Uranus as it was making that pass in those 2 particular charts, right? So Mars is action, war, aggression, how are you going to get through this kind of thing, was traveling with Uranus. And now, instead, we have Mercury opposing Uranus. So Mercury is also opposing L. Now, what do we know about Mercury? So if we wanted a few words for Mercury, it would be communication, commerce, creativity,
Practical
intelligence, and Mercury is our fact finder, right? So Mercury in Scorpio wants to fact find the things that are hidden, right? Much like Pluto wants to dig up the things that are hidden. Mercury is in Scorpio, opposing Al-Ghul. So Mercury wants to dig up what's hidden, find those hidden facts, and then Uranus is kind of like the reporter, right? So these hidden facts may cause revolution. These hidden facts may cause innovation. These hidden facts may shake things up, and leaders may be challenged by those facts. So this is a very interesting week that way. Apply it as you like. But in addition to that, we have some really big solar flares hitting us over the next couple of days that are going to cause disruption in communication, disruption possibly with the internet, satellites, and I think we all need to be prepared to kind of be in a position like Lori is in right now, where the transformer blows, or you can't get online, or you can't use your credit card, things like that. So this might be another time period this week, over the next 10 days or so, where you have a little bit of cash on hand in case you get to the grocery store and you can't use your credit card. It's just, not an option. So be a little bit prepared and think about the things that I've been talking about and how they might affect you locally, as well as how they would affect your community or affect us globally. This Mercury Scorpio opposition could also disrupt travel. So double check all your travel plans, double check the times of your appointments, and think about that. But other things are happening too that really are all contributors. We have Mars in Sag, so Mars that looks like the arrow, and Sag that looks like the arrow, that wants you to pioneer. Get going. Make your way. Pioneer out there. Squaring, ouch, Saturn that says, where do you think you're going? I'm restricting everything. So you may have these innovative ideas, these amazing thoughts, and they may get interrupted. So let's see where we're at.
Well, we got a ton of people saying a ton of things. So
all right, let's go back a little further, I think.
So first off, Courtney and Anna, thank you so much for the super chats. The Clucks will be grateful. All right, so Savannah says just left PT,
She's
so
listening,
driving and running errands and listening. Donna has joined us from Brooklyn on a different account, but hello Donna, we know you're a channel member. Savannah's saying she does a schedule out a month in advance, so quite happy to make Witchy Wednesday part of it.
There you go.
And Courtney has sent us a whole load of icons, which is lovely. And Lizette's saying she can see and hear us fine.
Oh,
Laura the North says a bit late, but I'm here and jump forwards.
Okay. And Logan has come in?
Yes. And Laura's also given us a super chat.
All right,
so thank
we're
you
well
so
on
much.
our way.
So we're 4 out of 10 of our super chats, and tis the time for muck rakers. Well, if you want to go rake your muck,
All right.
if that helps
So I
you.
still have a little more going on here.
Yeah, carry
because-
on with the astrology because there's
Well,
more.
You
But
remember?
wait, there's more.
You remember? I've been barking for a while that we're condensing, and December, January, February are this last little wedge of this huge thing that started cycling in 2022,
Goodness gracious.
and it's not
me.
going to finish till 2027 completely. But we're in the condensed bit right now between now and February. All right, so you've got Mars square Saturn, bit of tension. Those planets are called the malefics, right? So these malefics are in an aspect that causes challenge and tension. That's great for the week, eh? All right.
We have no challenges.
We have no challenges.
Never.
All right. So Mars is saying full steam ahead, make those plans, get yourself going, pay no attention.
Just do it anyway.
It's in Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter, that says, grow, grow, go, grow, grow, go. And Saturn says, wait just a damn minute. And it's in the last little bit of Pisces. It's doing its last little stint in Pisces till it moves on, right? So you've got Uranus doing its last little bit in Taurus, moving into Gemini. Saturn do its last little bit in Pisces, moving into Aries. All these outer planets are at their shift from earth and water into fire and air. So that stagnation, that slow growth period, it's leaving. All right. So Saturn in Pisces is saying, wait a minute, I don't care what you have planned or how you want to expand. I'm going to confuse things a little bit. You may not reach your target unless you go back and rethink this. There's no pioneering allowed just yet. I'm still in Pisces. I'm going to finish my zodiac tour and move to 0 degrees Aries, but we're not in the pioneering place yet, so I'm going to restrict you. We have the same thing kind of going on with Neptune, right? Neptune's in its last little bit of Pisces. Now, Neptune rules Pisces, and it takes about 185 years for Neptune to make a complete cycle.
So it's a long orbit.
Neptune hasn't been in Pisces for a long time.
185 long year
Right.
on Neptune. How much fun.
And it was making some noise between 2012 and 2026, right? That's how long it's been in Pisces. So from 12 to 26, we've really been asked, what's real? What is real? Are you just floating along? What's real? Do you understand how to manifest? What's real? And it's going to move off into Aries, where we'll have that kind of pioneering energy. And it's going to partner up at 0 degrees Aries with Saturn on the 20th of February. And we can already feel this now.
Wow.
Right? And we've talked about this before, where Neptune says, dream big, you can do whatever you want, you just dream it, you can be it. And Saturn says,
Not
excuse
so
me,
fast, young
but I'm
man.
going to bring in some reality. So honestly, though, if you can get your perspective right, this is a great time to make dreams into a reality, to take your time and harness that Mars energy, to take your time and figure out the facts that will help you make these changes. All right, you want to say something more about
I just want to say thank you, Cassie, for the super chat. Nope, that wasn't a light blinking. That was the overhead lamp. It's just gone flat. Oh well.
All
then
right,
such
now I
is
can
life.
actually see.
Well, no, that one doesn't bother us at all. That's supposed to show off our lovely hair.
Oh,
Not
is
that
that?
I have any.
Oh, well, my hair looks quite nice. It's very bright. All right. So the other thing that tells us we're living in interesting times.
That's a curse, isn't it?
All right. So when we look at outer planets, the inner planets are known as the personal planets.
Really? Never
And
heard
the
that
outer
expression
planets
before.
are known as the generational planets.
How interesting.
So Saturn in towards the Sun are your personal planets.
Okay.
And Neptune, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. Saturn can also be a generational planet. But Uranus, Neptune, Pluto are the generational planets. So there are people who have been studying the connection between Uranus and Pluto and how that affects generations or sections of time. And you know that we've said before that 1960 to 2020 was really 11:59 to midnight.
A little click.
And
One
that
tick.
2020
One
to
tick.
2080, that next 60-year cycle, is going to be 12 to 1201. And we're living in the click, right? We're in that liminal space where we're just moving into the age of Aquarius. So we look at the relationship between Uranus and Pluto. And in the 60s, when a lot of us people who are in our 60s were born, Uranus and Pluto were square. So a lot of us have this Uranus-Pluto square. Oh, sorry, conjunction. I'm so sorry. I'm going, wait a minute, I have them in the same sign. Uranus, chaos, panic, disorder, revolution. Pluto,
It's all got to come out.
I
mate.
want to tear it down and start over. In the 60s, we're conjunct in Virgo. They acting as one, and we had this ability to transform a generation and the planet, really. I mean, you look at all the events of the 60s and think about all of them across the board, from food to space. The 60s were revolutionary, right? The Beatles even wrote that song, Revolution. All right. Now, those planets move at two different rates. So from 2012 to 2015, they were square. That's the next big aspect they came to, right? So they were conjunct. Then in 2012, 2015, they were square, making challenges. And that was a very challenging time. People had to deal with stuff they really didn't want to deal with. They were forced to deal with stuff they didn't want to deal with. Well, now, there's another big...
Lather, rinse, repeat
well,
time,
there's
innit?
another
Almost.
big aspect coming that we can feel now that will come to what they call perfection in 2026, meaning each will be at the same degree. But this time it's a trine.
Ooh. Now, trines are supposed to be good, right?
They are very good. So it's not a conjunction where two act as one and there's this revolution. It's not a square where it's like walking into the corner of a table and everything hurts. It's a trine. Gifts are given. Right? So it when we look at a natal chart, if you have a lot of trines, these are the gifted people, the genius people, the people who are really great at something. So we are having Uranus move from Taurus into Gemini. And Pluto, we know, has moved into Aquarius, and it's going to be there for 2 decades. So what we have right now might be considered an out-of-sign trine, because Uranus is finishing up its tour of Algol in the last few degrees of Taurus. But in the beginning of this coming year, it will reach 1 to 2 degrees Gemini, and it will trine Pluto. And that relationship will take on harmony, right? So first they were soulmates, and they were pushing things forward, conjunct, acting as one. Then the next big aspect, they were square, and they said, you want to work out some karma? Want to figure out what's right? Want to deal with these challenges? And now we've come to this trine. And 2026 is going to offer us a harmony between these two planets that says, oh, what is your soul's journey? How are you going to use your gifts that I'm giving you?
It's interesting that the outer planets are sort of speaking directly to us and saying, what about you, child of promise?
They definitely
How the hell are you going to handle this?
Yes. And if I had to liken this to something in Welsh mythology, I would say that these two are expressing this energy of intellect and creating your prydwen.
Your countenance.
Your countenance.
Yes, your view of the world.
Ship, your imagination, your energy to do that pioneering dreaming, right? So we'll have Pluto, Uranus trine, and we will have Saturn, Neptune at the birthplace of the zodiac in pioneering Aries. It's 2026 is shaping up to be a very amazing time, but we're already feeling it now. These next few weeks are definitely your seed planting time for your personal karmic path. Be nice, do good deeds, think about things more deeply. Think about what you're going to say, Mercury. Speak the truth. Find your depth of soul. Act with integrity, right? And get your plan ready. You're going to come out. You're going to come out into the cosmos, right? Rick Taranis wrote a book on Uranus and Pluto, and he called it Cosmos and Psyche.
Interesting.
And do you know what the word cosmos means?
I don't know, but I think it got corrupted somewhere along the line. I mean, cosmos basically means space or the universe.
Beautiful
or whatever.
order.
Beautiful order. So hence cosmetics then.
Cosmetics, yeah. See, I have it written here. Yeah. I like you stealing my stuff.
I am sorry.
I do all the research, and then he comes along and
I just
steals
think
my stuff.
I'm a dangerous person, I think. I'm
Right?
sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you didn't read that, no? Oh,
I'm not looking at
All
your
right.
stuff.
All right, so Cosmos, cosmetics. Saturn, Coronos, chronic.
Time.
Time. It is time for beautiful order. So that's my astrology for today.
Do you think and this is something that is starting to occur to me, that almost feels like there's that rumbling, that glint in the kindling, for want of a better word, where there is something going to catch hold. And I think world view, the way we see things, the way that the established order of things, that the old guard, I think, are desperate
Right,
to
you see,
retain.
there's one last thing I have written here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the changing of the guard.
Yeah, the old guard is desperate to hold on to. It's our money. We're going to take it all. Sod
Pluto's not
everybody
gonna let
else.
it.
We're gonna repress everybody. And this is the plutocracy. This is the plutocracy. This is the hidden money. The money that actually controls things, the money that's gotten
Excuse me.
into politics, that dark money. And the fact that it's no longer government of the people for the people, but it's government of the people by the very, very rich, who have their own interests to take care of and don't give a living crap about who lives or survives, so long as they keep their money.
Yes.
And I think karma is about to raise its head.
Oh yeah.
And what you give is what you get in return.
Well, again, we are seeing this cycle of something that nobody on this planet can research. These 4 outer planets all coming together in air and fire, and Saturn and Neptune at 0 degrees, the initiator, right? So things in cycles. In the roaring 20s, that freedom energy in the roaring 20s brought about quantum physics.
Wow.
This roar is going to bring about magic, quantum thought, right? The other part of science, right? Quantum physics, quantum magic. And those 2 parts are going to have that PRID, that expression. I think more and more people will start to understand things on a much deeper level. And yes, in the Moon Mansion Through Your Natal Chart class, we were just talking about Rick Taranis' book, Cosmos and Psyche.
We have a new channel personage.
We do?
And I can't even pronounce their name. It's Vittyyv. How do you do that? Vittiv? Have you got a real name? But thank you so much for your super
They're
chat.
a new channel member?
Well, they're not a channel member, but they threw a super chat
Okay,
and they're
so
looking for a card.
I'll put you at the end. There's we got quite a few people today. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. That makes 16. But we will get to you, Vittiv.
However you say it. If you have a real name, please share it with us.
All right. Viva the revolution.
Because we like to know who our people are. We're very,
Right. So today,
we have a treat.
shout out to Christopher Hughes. Today's cards for our readings are going to be the Yuletide Tarot.
Oh, we love Christopher. He's one of these fabulous people who has got exactly the right amount of wrong. We like
Alrighty.
that. My name's Vittoria. Well, hello there, Vittoria. Welcome to our channel. You might like it here, because we're sort of like
Wacky.
a little bit pleasant.
All right, I'm gonna give these a good
I've been here
shuffling
before.
up.
I remember what my last card was here. Oh, good.
Well, we're gonna spice it up a little bit. These are a tarot.
They are
So they do
conventional
have
tarot.
major arcana and minor arcana. Oh, I said I'll have to see. This might be my card. I got the star, and it is my favorite card because it's the Aquarian card, but it also has the Mari Floyd at the base of a
Mari.
Yuletide tree. All right. You want Krampus?
Logan wants Krampus. Maybe Krampus wants
All
you,
right.
Logan.
Here we go. I'm going to light our light, and Gilda is first if you want to do Gilda.
I think I see Gilda's card. I think it's this one. I have to get it right. Oh, what do you got, Gilda? Gilda, you got the child. Oh, and what a wonderful, wonderful thing.
It's the Fool.
So it's in here we have this sense of innocence and expectation. He's looking towards the chimney. Santa's going to come down that chimney, you know. And so for you, maybe a bit more eager anticipation and looking forward to things in a very positive, innocent, full of wonder way will serve you well. I think it's so easy to get sucked into the negative zeitgeist right now, where there's so much derision and negativity foisted about, and you know, have no truck with it. Just shout cancel, 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 and get back to living your own life in innocent, joyful expectation of the wonders that come, because life is indeed wonderful. So yeah, there you go, Gilda. It's a great time. It's a great time to embrace a bit of wonder. And guys, we need 4 more super chats. You can do it.
Susan, the star.
Yeah.
If there was one word for this card, it would be hope.
I love hope.
But I love this card. He's got Santa and his sleigh, and mushrooms, and tea, and the Mari. And this card would also link to Arianrod, or Adenrod. But I think this is the light that is coming, the light that is reborn at the solstice. And just open your heart and let your light bring you hope for the coming season.
Indeed. And speaking of the Murray, we have a date for the blessing of bad seed cider.
Oh yeah, January 25th.
Put it in your diary. Put it in your diary. Come rain, snow, hail, whatever, we're going to be there. And we're going to have our almost famous pancake
breakfast. Mm-hmm. Anton makes my mom's pancakes to perfection, so that's what we're going to have.
Do I?
Pancake breakfast, and we're going to toast the trees. So January 25th.
Remember the toast, although we'll probably bring some, and a toaster, just to make sure.
But you can always check our events pages. I worked really hard the other day, and I put up over 80 events on Facebook between the shops page and the Academy of the Occults page and the church's events page. So if you're members of the Academy, there's a private group now for you on Facebook so we can discuss things. If you're members of the church, there's a private group there that you can discuss what happens. And if you just want to be part of the public thing, you can go to Facebook and find out what's happening, classes and that kind of thing. All right. We have Peggy.
Peggy. Oh, I think this one's Peggy's. What you got? 5 of Canes. Oh dear. Head fell. Oh.
Well.
Card fell off
as well. The 5 of Canes, is that wands or swords?
I think wands, Canes, aren't they? I would suggest. He knocked his head off the snowman, and this guy's looking a little bit like Sly here, like he's the one who maybe knocked the head off the snowman and upset the other 2 guys. I think it's similar to the 5 of Swords, if that's the case. The Canes may be swords in this.
I'm having a look.
Canes.
We have Canes, gifts.
Gifts must be pentacles. We're looking candles must be...
Candles is going to be fire, so that's going to be wands.
Right, so this must be swords.
Good cheer, cups.
Yep.
So canes are
Canes
swords.
must be swords. So this equates to the 5 of Swords, which is a shallow victory. All right. So somebody's come along and gone, oh, look at me, I'm a nasty little bugger, I'm going to knock the head off your snowman. But it's easy repaired. I mean, it's only snow, you know. And so the disappointment is only minor. And understand that, again, the rule of karma, what you give is what you get in return. What you take will be taken from you. And it's I don't believe in karma is like saying I don't believe in gravity. You know, gravity's only a theory. It's never really been proven as such. But we know if we let go of the cup, it's going to fall and probably break. And it's nobody's fault. That's just what happens.
See, I'm looking forward to when we have our little overhead camera again, so we could show.
We
the
can do
pictures
this. We
more
could do this. We
solidly.
could show much better pictures. We
Yeah.
could. In fact, I could set my camera up now and
No,
use
that's
it
fine.
if you want me
That's
to.
fine. No,
But yeah.
don't worry.
But
Laura
shallow
of the
victory. So
North.
don't lose heart if somebody just won a shallow victory. It's
The
really
Queen of
temperate.
Canes.
Oh.
So Laura of the North. I think you might have had the Queen of Swords last week. This is the
Come
Queen
here,
of
go
Swords
away.
again. Boundaries. So this lady, this queen, is dressed in a really warm cloak, so she's covering her body and keeping herself safe. And there's a teeny little robin about to land. So again, I think the things that we work on now to build clarity, safety, security, those are the things that will take growth and blossom in the spring. So now more than ever, Laura, take the notice. Take the action. Build the boundary, but build the plan, right? Do or don't, but this is a big deal. You do, you're going to get something for it. You don't, you may be stuck for a while. Our Lori.
Laurie. All right, Laurie. Hopefully you're still watching and you've got some electricity back. Oh, you get justice. Somebody got coal.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Well, you know, coal was a fantastic gift in the past because
yes, and when we do a little custom here every New Year, we do
Hogmanay.
Hogmanay, that's right. But it's actually a blessing. So we let the old year out the back door, and I take on the role of that. And then I come around and I arrive at the front door, and I am carrying with me important things. Probably a bottle of whiskey, which is something to drink and good cheer, and very definitely a piece of coal, because without coal you can't have a fire, and the fire is the thing that keeps you warm. So this is not the bad gift that you think it is.
No.
You know, you got coal, you got sustenance over the winter. You know, maybe it's not the thing that the super wonderful racing bike or skateboard or whatever, but it's far more practical. It really is. So there are so many customs that are brought into this pagan festival of Yuletide. It's not Christian. I'm sorry, guys. It really isn't. So think about that. Think about, you know, what is just and what is fair and what is truly, truly helpful, because real proper justice is restorative justice. And these guys, you know, may have been struggling, you know, and they get a gift of fuel, you know, which is great. You know, nice somebody comes and fills your oil tank or propane tank, eh?
all right, Lizette.
4 more super chats, guys. Come on, you can do it.
Lizette gets the 4 of good cheer. So this is a lady at her computer at a desk with her phone to her ear, and she's got her hand on her head, and looks like she's drinking her 4th cup of coffee.
She's not going to be over-caffeinated. Not over-caffeinated at all.
1 cup is smashed and 2 cups are empty, and she's got her 4th cup on the other side of the computer.
It equates to the 4 cups,
yeah.
isn't it? It's like,
I'm going to
what
say
are you
that
listening to?
things are not as far out of reach as you perceive them to be. That you could close your computer and see everything and clean up the desk and write down the facts and get things going. So let yourself. Calm down. Don't over caffeinate yourself. And get your grip on reality.
Slow down. Slow down. It's okay, you know. Time spent in planning and preparation is time never wasted. It really is, you know, because otherwise you're running around putting out fires. So fire prevention is you know.
Meredith.
Hello, Meredith, and welcome indeed to our channel as a channel member. And you get the 9 of good cheer, which is the 9 of cups, which equates to the wish card. And this is really cool. So
It looks like somebody's
after the party,
got
or
a
is this?
hell of a party finished up there.
We've got I think that was there must have been a really good party, and finally, she's taken the time to sit down and say, "Bugger me, I'm going to enjoy a glass." So I've looked after everybody else all night. I've done my thing. Everybody had a wonderful time.
Hostess with the mostest.
And now's the time for me just to sit down and reflect on what a wonderful evening it was, and enjoy me a glass of wine, because she's got a very contented smile on her face there, and she deserves that glass of wine. She did good. She did good, you know.
All right, Cassie, the Knight of Gifts. So that's the Knight of Pentacles, and there's a young guy sitting Indian style next to a bonsai tree, in front of the Christmas tree. The Knight of Gifts. I again think that this is a message that stillness isn't illness. That sometimes we do need to sit quietly and kind of take inventory. And that might be where you're at right now. Like the calm before the storm. The reasoning before that Martian energy pushes forward. So I would really have a look where that 25 degrees Taurus into Gemini is, and that's where you're going to need the good thought processing thing to get where you want to go. It's okay to have stillness. It's not an illness, but you can't stay still forever.
But quiet reflection helps.
You have Yoth.
Oh, I do have Yoth. This has to be Yoth's card. Yoth, you get the 4 candles, and this looks good, doesn't it?
That's the 4 of Wands.
4 of Wands. That's a pretty prosperous card, isn't it not? You know? Your 4 of Wands. We've got this this gathering going on here. So appreciate community. Throw a dinner party. Yeah, maybe. It's community is becoming increasingly important.
Right.
The problem with social media, it is
Antisocial.
anything but social. It's turned people into isolated, you know, and stuck in their own thoughts, and worse, got their head in an echo chamber, because their whole feed will just feed them what it is that they think they want to be at, and that's not a balanced view of life. You're it's almost like you've been utterly polarized and moved into an unrealistic perspective, if that makes sense. So this again, I think, is a reconnection of coming back to life, a connection with actual real people in an actual social setting, and there is nothing better than a meal. I mean, we Americans, I say we Americans, I'm British, but I'm sort of
Americanized.
I'm Americanized now. I have American citizenship, but we rush our food. You know, we cram it in us. There's always something to be done. You know, we'll snatch a sandwich on the run or whatever, and that's not what it's about. The time for a meal is a time when, you know, you can gather together and you can just talk nonsense or happiness or reflect about this, that, and everything else. it's a wonderful time for community as meals.
We're
And
definitely going
we
to run
need
over
to
today,
do-
folks. Don't get worried.
We do more.
There's only
We-
5 minutes left, and we have 7 more readings, but
It's
we're going to take
okay.
our time and do it. We're not
It's
going to
okay, yeah.
close off. You're going to get your reading. Hang in there.
If you
So-
guys could possibly manage to find us 4 super chats within the next 1 minute and 30 seconds, because we're about to run out of time
All right.
for that.
So,
it helps our
so
channel
don't worry if you haven't
tremendously.
gotten your card. We have Kimberly, Savannah, Anna, Courtney, Donna, Logan, and Victoria to go, and you will all get a card.
Promise.
No matter how long he talks.
Oh, it's always
All
my
right,
fault.
Kimberly.
It's always my fault, isn't it? Have you noticed that?
Kimberly.
It's always my fault.
Kimberly, the 6 of candles.
Mm.
So that's the 6 of swords, right? It's Santa and a big sun, and he's moving along like he's in the Macy's parade. But the sled is also in a box.
How interesting.
So I think this is about being seen, and by that I mean being acknowledged. I think more and more people over this next week or so,
Thank you, Kimberly.
as I know it's your birthday month, more and more people over this next week or so, I think, are going to acknowledge the good work that you do, and that you're going to receive those blessings, and it's going to help you to feel like you are moving forward. So I think you're going to have a really, really great week. Savannah.
We have
2 to go? No.
and I don't think we're going to make the goal because
That's
we're
all right.
still 8 out of 10. So,
Well, but
never
thank you
mind.
guys.
Thank you guys.
Well, a lot of our regular peeps weren't able to switch
Well,
again.
yeah, no,
so-
I know because we had to move our date. Who
But
we
we've got it
now?
all sorted out now. And now you watch what happens on Wednesday. Oh, I didn't say that. All right, you have Savannah.
Savannah. Savannah. Oh, Queen of Gifts. This'll do ya.
Queen of Pentacles, I know her.
I'll do ya. It's wonderful to give sometimes. It really is. It's lovely to receive things. I love receiving things too. But there's equal pleasure in making somebody feel really happy, you know? And sometimes the gift doesn't have to be anything material. The gift could simply be a hug, or a kind word, or a lift somewhere, or, you know, something, just anything that could help that person in a way. And better yet, if it's volunteered rather than asked for. Oh, thank you so much, Lizette, for the $11.11.
Ah, hail to 11:11.
No, I think you're kind of keen of the idea of us starting Witchy Wednesday at 11:11.
I think it's going
aren't
to be
you?
nice.
I think
it'll
that's
be a good
interesting.
thing. A lot
yeah.
less stressful. That's
Yeah.
what we need. We need less stress and crazy. We all do.
I love that you picked these cards. I was just playing with them, exploring them in my online group yesterday. Well, why not?
They're lovely.
They're perfect for the time
Well, you gotta
of year
love
when
Christopher,
you think
and
about
these
it.
are fun for now. We'll probably use them again next week.
Maybe. So this person is
There you go.
is giving a gift, or has prepared a gift for somebody. And think about what you could give. And it doesn't have to be, as I said, anything material.
It could be the knowledge that you share in your group.
Could be, yeah. Just a piece of helpful advice, or just a simple hug, or a smile, or letting somebody cut in line in you in traffic, or whatever. You know, these things.
Come back to you in a good way.
What you give is what you get in return.
Okay.
It's karma. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I have Anna.
Okay.
Let's hide in here, Anna.
That's the card she got yesterday too.
Aw.
See, there you go.
Anna, you have Balance, which is Temperance.
Oh, hello.
And it's a Saint Nick dressed in green. And he's balancing, instead of 2 cups, 2 clocks. So he's the Saint Nick that's kind of like Father Time. And he's got a big sack full of toys behind him. And his sleigh has Mari bells on the front. All right. So I'm going to say that This card is reminding you to take your time. That you may have a lot of demands on you right now. I mean, I think this time of year is crunch time for a lot of people.
Isn't it?
We have academic obligations, we have financial obligations, we have family obligations, we have all kinds of engagements and social obligations. And he's here dressed in green saying, follow your heart. What does your heart tell you is best for you? So I think that's a really fine message. Balance things out. It's great to meet all of your obligations, but it's equally important to do the things that you know are important to you, not just what someone else says is important. So balance your time and enjoy yourself. All right, you have Courtney.
I love it. Savannah says, I know nothing. I just try to incite lots of good conversation.
Instigate. Lots of good conversation.
Instigate. Yeah. No, yeah.
All right. This is
it's
Courtney.
good to assume you don't know. Oh, Courtney, you got death.
Ooh, that was the full moon was just on that degree.
This
13.
is not a death, Courtney. This is an
Rebirth.
arrival at a place of realization where you cannot go back from. When you know something, you cannot unknow it. You can't go back and claim blissful ignorance. And whether you like it or you like it not,
I think you're learning a
you
lot.
are going through a phase of profound personal spiritual growth. And I think it's making you a better person as a result. And not that you were a bad person in the first place, don't get me wrong. You're one of my favorite people. You're absolutely lovely. But I think this is giving you maybe even a little more confidence in yourself. Simply because some of the things you think you thought you knew are sort of being confirmed to you, you know? And I think this is a wonderful, wonderful transformation, but it's a permanent transformation. It's you can't go back from this. You can't go back and go, well, you know, blissful ignorance. Doesn't work.
Yes, Logan. Unfortunately, YouTube timed it out because we can only do our super chat thing for an hour. However, we all know we made our goal of 10 super chats. And we are very, very grateful to all of you because this super chat thing gets YouTube to like us.
It does.
And then they'll
we've
show
discovered.
our stuff to more people. Speaking of showing stuff to more people, tarot scopes have been up and they've got very few views this month. So I think that they didn't get showed. You know what I mean? Like YouTube didn't put them out to people. Anyway.
So if you haven't seen the tarot scopes,
go watch them.
Could you go watch
Or
them?
let them play in the background. Remember, we've said
throw-
that's a great trick to just put our channel on and let it play.
Also comments. Comments make a difference. If you guys comment on them, that helps a lot. And like them, and ideally share them. If you could share the stuff.
There's
You've
a
got
hair.
hair. It's not mine.
Well, I always have hair. All right, Donna. In fact, somebody
Donna.
earlier said your hair looked perfect under those lights. Donna.
They said my hair looked lovely too, but that was
No, they said
Logan.
your
He
hair.
was-
The
he was
Page
taking the
of
pee.
Gifts, the Page of Pentacles. So this is a woman who looks very Italian, sitting again cross-legged in front of a pile of presents, and she's journaling.
Oh, cataloguing
So,
the presidency.
Page of Gifts. I know that you probably already do count your blessings, but I kind of feel like this is an exercise to sit down and count your blessings. Write them actually down in a journal. I am thankful for. This brings me joy. All of those good things. Because I know a lot of us have a little grief this time of year where we're kind of missing special people or missing old traditions that just don't happen anymore, you know. I was saying this Thanksgiving, what wouldn't I give to be able to go to my mom's house for dinner and eat the food that she cooked, you know. So I think that this is a reminder to look forward and to think of all the things that are blessings that are coming. And it's okay to acknowledge the loss or the missing thing, but it's much better to be thankful for the gifts that are still there. Tricky one. You have Logan.
Logan, who was so complimentary about my hair.
Did he get Krampus?
No, he got the 5 of gifts.
Oh. The people turned out in the snow.
Yep, that'll be it. 5 of Pentacles. Again, I think still.
Didn't he have this card last week?
I think he did.
He did.
I think still your problem, my dear friend, is that you think that you just don't fit in, that you are some kind of outcast
Misfit.
from society, misfit. But welcome to the island of the misfit toys, because we're all chuffing misfits.
We're all here because we're not all there.
Everybody, every single one of us is somebody's weirdo. So just be yourself. And do not be in any way ashamed of who you are. You are not on the outside looking in. You are part of a wonderful, supportive, spiritual community. And just be and soak it all up. Soak it all up. You don't need to prove yourself to
Though the leopard
anybody.
does warn people that they're coming. Sorry.
But you don't need to prove yourself to anybody. It's okay. Just be you. Just be you, and I don't know. Don't see yourself as on the outside looking in.
Okay.
And I think that's going to be a great help to you. I think this is something that has permeated your entire life to this point. I think you've always felt somehow that you've never really fitted in. But does it matter? We're all unique, you know. What are you supposed to do? Fit in with what? With whose idea of what, you know? Be your bloody self and be proud of who you are. Okay?
Alrighty. Victoria. This is the last reading before card of the week.
Yes, hello Victoria.
Oh my, somebody making a drink here. This is the King of Good Cheer. The
Well,
King
I
of
should
Cups.
say he's been quite
So
generous
he's-
with his pouring
He's
there.
already opened his Christmas cracker. He's got his little crown on. And he's pouring a pretty big drink. In fact, his cup looks like it's holding more than that bottle did. And he's got a ship in a bottle in front of him.
Interesting.
So what does all this mean? I think that this is understanding that the universe is joyfully abundant, and that whatever it is you want to manifest or bring into your life doesn't mean you're taking it from someone else. We are kind of programmed with that mindset that, if I ask for this, it means somebody else doesn't get it. And that's not the way the universe works. The universe is joyfully abundant, and there's plenty more for everyone. So go ahead and fill your cup. And especially do that because once your cup is full, then you can help others fill theirs. But you can't pour from an empty cup.
You cannot.
So stop restricting yourself like that ship in the bottle. And open yourself to all that the universe has to offer. And petition in good ways, like, I would love such and so to happen. And don't use the words need or want. Use things like I deserve to be happy, wealthy, loved, whatever it is. And go ahead and manifest whatever you would like to fill your cup with.
Better yet, use the two most powerful words in the universe. I am.
All right.
I am this, I am that.
Card of the week.
Declare it.
I feel like this one way down here on the end is card of the
There
week.
you go. And what we got?
Candles in the window.
Three of candles.
3 of candles.
That's
So
kinda
that's
nice.
the 3 of wands. So that in the Rider-Waite, that would be the guy on the hill looking out over the water while the ships come in. And this card's image is wanting me to say, light the way for others.
Indeed.
Right? You may have found your hill. Your ships may have come in. You may have your happy space. And now light the way for others. So this week, especially, hold the light. He's holding that candle. Hold the light. Be the gift. Be the sanity for other people. And we talked about this at Circle, and I think it's going to be even more important this week. When something negative hits you, or somebody is spewing nasty stuff, cancel, 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 and be the light.
I love that. There's a wonderful Norwegian custom, or Scandinavian. I don't know if it's necessarily totally Norwegian, but the idea of placing a candle in the window. And when somebody's away and you're looking for them to be able to safely find their way home, the candle in the window was the thing that says, there you go. I see where I'm going. This is the house I'm headed for. There's a candle in the window.
I can navigate in the
expecting me.
dark towards that light.
So that light is there. It's a beacon. It's a directional beacon. So the light that you need to put out there right now is one of hope and joy and happy expectation. And be the light for others. Hold the light. Hold the light. Do not let the darkness seep in. Do not let that deliberate
Fear and pressure overtake.
Because that's exactly what disempowers people. That feeling of hopelessness, that feeling of like we're resigned to I'm buggered if I do or if I'm buggered if I don't, There's nothing I can do, I might as well just keep my head down and try to, comply. Bollocks to that. Be the light. Think about what you can do for your community. Think about how you can help and do that. These small acts, they don't have to be magnanimous gestures. Don't have to go and donate £1 million to Macmillan Cancer Research or whatever.
Hold the light. Okay.
Just hold the light and be a place of safety and hope and joy.
Okay.
And
I had one last shameless plug announcement that I wanted to make. And that is that I am offering the year's transit taroscopes again, because this coming year is going to be really wild again, but in better ways. So Savannah, I know I still owe your daughter one. We'll just do one for this coming year for her. And you can call the shop and book. It's an hour appointment that comes with your natal chart. You can record it. It also comes with a monthly personalized taroscope. And I've had some really good feedback. In fact, the other night someone said to me, I was just looking at the year's thing that you did for me, and it said that in November I was going to get a new car, and I said that was impossible, and you looked and you said, well, maybe your dad will help you, and in fact he hasn't. I'm getting a new car. So and I said, well, it's not me, it's just that I understand the language, right? So astrology is a language just like the English that we're speaking now, and if you're fluent in the language, it's easy to pick out what the potential of what could be happening. So I am offering those hour appointments again, and just when you book them, ask for the year's transit taroscopes. All right.
We will need your birth information.
So I imagine that we're going to move to the new format next week.
Really?
I think we'll give it a whirl. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll let you know for sure, but I know Mondays have just been stupid.
Nuts.
So
Every
right.
time we try and plan anything on Monday, something comes out of left field.
Witchy Wednesday. Witchy Wednesday, 11/11.
Why not?
See you
Sounds
there, Be
good.
Square. Have
All
a
right.
safe and productive week, people.
Love you guys. Have yourselves an amazing day.
See you again soon.
Yep. Bye for now. If I can work out how to work out these things.
I don't know.
Bye.
It's all crazy.
It's all not working.
It's still not working. Oh my gosh.
End.
This is what happened to me the other night. And I had
It's
to
not
actually...
recognizing my click, is it?
No.
All right. Why? Why is this not
I
doing?
don't know. This is what happened to me.
Oh, great. Thank you, thank you, Facebook.
That's nothing to do with Facebook.
Oh, there. Finally it did. I had to press it about 28